Here with it, dear y'all. I'm back like cooked crack, you heard. Back in this bitch. Cold as hell though. So I told y'all I was gonna be back real quick, you feel me? I said just give me like a little bit of time. A little bit of time. And I was gonna be back and chop it up with y'all for real. Um now I got a little bit of time. I got a little bit of time and I actually was able to on my other phone I actually was able to log into my main shit from my other phone. I actually already had it on there. I forgot for real. Feel me? But yeah, it's a beautiful time right now, y'all. A lot of people, a lot of people are triggered. I'm one of them, but I'm triggered because of like just where we at. Now I'm trying to find out what we was on, because it was kind of hectic how people was coming in and shit. Um, I'll answer all those questions, but to start this live, to lower viewpoints with RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out to all my guys and goddesses and all high vibrational human beings. You know what the fuck it is, man. Value and respect everybody, but truth first and foremost. For children, first and foremost. Right is right, wrong is wrong. First and foremost. I know that not gonna lie, I'm about to give me some little Quaker oats real quick. I'm already low key like on my grid type of time, on a low, y'all. Very, very low key. I'm kind of like already on that. You feel me? It's just like a different, it's a different wave. But I'll let y'all know. Man, look at this old Benz, 2.3 CX. What is that, John? Damn. What is that, 190E? Damn, I know this John probably like, this John clean as a bitch though, I'm not gonna lie. Yo got that shit in crazy and all of that. That John like a 92. I don't know. Yeah, y'all. Now I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to warm up and get this sun a little bit more before I really tap in with y'all, I shouldn't well, first off I wanna say shout out to everybody that was getting on, you feel me? And chopping it up. Cause it's like I haven't been on YouTube in a while. I started my shit on YouTube, you feel me? I started like in 2020. I started my viewpoints of RoBs Inferno on YouTube and they started fucking the shit up. And then it was like I went to Instagram and then I went to your lower TikTok, you feel me? Went to that bitch. So it was less aggressive, I feel like the most on TikTok. They kind of get aggressive. I got banned like crazy. You know what I mean? Threatened to cut my shit off, all that. I'll be like, fuck them, yo. Like I'm a do what I want to do at the end of the day. Like they gonna block me, I don't give a fuck. I'll make another page. Like I'm too rebellious. On here they went crazy on here. That's why I'm surprised they even let me get back on here. Cause it was like they really wasn't fucking with me, y'all. They wasn't fucking with me. They like he talking his son talk. He talking genetics. He talking DNA. But any of those questions, it was like a lot of comments and shit. It was a lot of comments and shit under here when I logged off before. That video was gonna load up, but let me tell y'all how crazy it is with me. It's so crazy, y'all. That video now from when I went on earlier, it's like a little bit past 7, or like 7:30 now, something like that. Whoever gets on here from when I got on like an hour, 40 minutes ago, whatever, that video still ain't loaded yet all the way. Like it's not up yet. It's still processing. That's how I know. Like if I post like anything normal or whatever, that shit'll post quick as shit. Whenever it's anything on my podcast, even if I make a video speaking on things, and them things I'm speaking on, y'all, isn't like stuff that goes against the system. Like say if I get on here and I'm just like, today I want to talk about cars, y'all. What's your favorite type of car? You know what I mean? Like that shit'll go right through. You feel me? At first I thought it was my phone, but nah, it's only when I be talking real stuff. You know what I'm saying? I could make a video talking some real stuff, and that should be like like 3 minutes. And then in comparison to me making a video, y'all, that's like um I'm making it a video longer, and I'm talking about some real stuff. I'm talking about some not real stuff. Still, it don't matter. Even if I make a video that's small as shit, but talking about real shit, it'll still take longer. You know what I mean? It'll take long as shit, way longer than a video of me talking about nothing. That's long as hell. That shit could be like an hour long. That it'll still load up fast as hell compared to the other video. So it's like, yeah, it's wild, y'all. But shout out to everybody. Mild, some Dexter. What it do, bro? Can I vent to your chat? Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. Anybody that gets on here, like anybody that see my videos, you see my viewpoints where I talk about y'all. I'm a pretty easygoing person. Like for real, if anybody don't like me, or of course nobody's gonna like everybody, right? But just because you don't like someone, you shouldn't. That doesn't mean that you gotta hate them because you dislike them, right? We know. I feel like we all can agree it's a lot going on. I don't know how this chat shit works on here because I haven't been on here in so long. I hope I can read some of them questions from people that was asking me before I got off, because I'll answer all those questions. I am just going through a financial struggle. I'm trying to get something to eat right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't eat it all yesterday. You know, I don't even really be eating like that. You know what I'm saying? I just really be eating the sun. I get my sun and like peanuts, cashews, almonds, shit like that. But yeah, y'all gonna learn a lot from me as I'm back on here, because I see this shit is still active. I study genetics. You know, I say this strongly. I mean, if anybody takes anything past this, I don't know what to say. But you know, I say it because I really do got a kind heart. I don't want anyone to feel like I'm like a know-it-all, because I'm not. But I'm very, very passionate about what I do know, and that can't be disputed, right? One of the main things before I get into this live that I want to say right now, that all of this is going to be based on, always true, right? But definitely based on the fact that right now where we're at, right? Literally right now, I don't care where you're at on the planet. I don't even care if you're not even in the States. You feel me? Right now, there's no denying that sun is separating us. There's no denying it. You know what I mean? There is no denying it. As bad as the complications are with people with animal DNA involving this sun, right? The residual effects, as you're able to see it now, here's looking like tomatoes more and more, you know? This shit is really happening. I'm literally seeing the descendants of the species that caused this foundation so faulty in which we deem as regular reality today. I'm literally seeing them get karma off their DNA and their cells deteriorating, and the system that their species designed completely to keep me in a docile state, it going away. I'm literally seeing this shit in my lifetime, y'all. There's no denying that the sun is separating us right now. And this shit is so beautiful, y'all, because black people, we've been through it all, you know? We've been through so much that we adapted to the abuse as if like we supposed to take it. You know what I'm saying? And that shit makes me want to cry, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like we really like adapted to like shit that's destroying us. Wow, we're destroying us. But yesterday we wasn't destroying us. You get what I'm saying? Like that's how real it is, y'all. You know? So when I get on here and I talk this sun talk, I talk genetics, I talk DNA, right? Whenever I'm bringing righteousness, I don't care whose genetic makeup that I'm talking to. I'm not playing about this shit, y'all. I'm not playing about this shit. It's not an act. A lot of people, it's sad. It took a lot of people like 4 or 5 years to see that shit. Like, oh, he's definitely not faking. He's not, you know what I'm saying? He's on this at all times. Whether he's on it speaking it or he's not on his phone and he's just out in person. He's on that all the time. Hell yeah. I am not playing about children, y'all. So The reason why I'm pointing this out is because there's stuff that you can change and there's stuff that you can't change, right? You can't change your DNA, right? My sign, if you had to think about one of the most like signs that's really, really, the word revolutionary comes to mind, what's the first sign that you think of? Doing their own thing, revolutionary, really rebellious, a fixed sign, what's the first sign you think of? What's the first sign y'all think of? I'm a Aquarius, y'all. I was supposed to be born on Bob Marley's birthday, February 6th, but my birthday is February 3rd. I'm Aquarius, you know? And I'm 33 right now. But I don't even like to say I'm 33 because my, excuse me, my soul is timeless, you feel me? My soul is ancient. So I don't really like to say that, that like I'm a certain age or anything like that, because I'm not, you know? And all my memory is coming back. Let me remind y'all, y'all know how y'all see some Europeans right now that are looking really, really red? And then you're seeing some of them that aren't red at all yet, right? And this shows you how people don't understand genetics, because that's crazy. Like some people, not even just Europeans, of other inorganic, unnatural races also, that have no biological identification to your planet. I speak to some of them, and some of them got a little rattled or whatever, and they tried to like argue without having no understanding of genetics and really what's going on. And a lot of things that they'll say is like, that white man is, or that white girl is red. Like, I'm not red like that. That's not happening to me, right? And I'm just like, you crazy as hell. You really don't understand what radiation does to cells over time, or even how, let that car go by real quick. Or even how, when your anatomy, right? When you have different gene sequences of different percentages of several of the same animals that make you up as an organism, oh yeah, that everyone that's unnatural is unnatural, but yeah, that unnatural person might get a little bit redder faster than you, or you might get a little bit redder faster than them. You might have 15% wolf and 20% Doug. He might have 30% Doug and 25% rat. And you know what I'm saying? Another 40% fruit fly. Like the percentages are different of the same exact animals that make them up as an organism, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So with this being said, for you to think that your anatomy isn't changing for the worse if you're unnatural, just because you're not as red, or you haven't had certain complications that's happening with other people that's unnatural to your planet, like that would be crazy for you to think that. Because it's the same thing, let me tell y'all, it's the same thing on the positive end. You know, like how it's certain neuromelanated beings right now, all of our anatomy is changing for the better, right? We're being charged up. We getting all our downloads, like stuff we thinking about, different parts of our brain being hit, all this, right? But y'all notice how some of us are gravitating towards the shift a little bit more faster than other people? That's natural. You notice that? This is why, though. This is why. You know, this is why. Because literally the same thing. The same thing on the worst end is the same thing on the good end, y'all. Some people's cells are deteriorating than the others. The complications of residual effects are popping up. Some people catch photodermatitis, some people not yet. You know, some people catching melanoma fast, some people not yet. Regardless of them being inorganic, you're seeing rashes on them like you've never seen ever before in life, of you knowing even existing, of what's known to be a rash, right? You know, I'm not being funny. I'm just being straight up. Stuff that's showing really what our sun is emitting and who it's affected. So y'all can see it, because maybe y'all have been seeing it and not knowing why or put it together yet. So I'm here to help you with that. You feel me? They're called the complex cell organism. I'm just explaining like the basics of certain terminology, stuff I'm gonna say to y'all. So when I say it and I connect it, y'all not lost, right? If I say eukaryotic cell, multicellular organism, complex cell organism, that's all the European, Asian, Arab, anybody with animal DNA. If you hear me say that, anybody with blue veins, right? They don't have radiation running throughout their entire body. That's who I'm talking about, you know? When I say prokaryotic cell, you see me say prokaryotic cell, single cell organism, right? You know, sun children, sun beings, anything like that. I'm talking about us. I'm talking about people that have a biological identification to your planet. I'm talking about us that can convert sunlight into chemical energy naturally. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about us that, whether that ozone layer is here or not, it don't matter. It don't matter for me whether that ozone layer here or not. That shit can sign all the way out the little bit last of it that's here right now. It don't matter with me. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. I'm Gucci. You feel me? But it's not the same with everybody because everybody don't got my anatomy. You see, I got the perfect body. You feel me? I got the perfect body. I come from the mother of all humanity. That's not a minor thing. You feel me? It's not a minor thing. You know, and for anyone that thinks it is, oh yeah, it's being revealed right now, you know? Because we're gonna see how important it was for people to come from the mother of all humanity. All life comes from the mother of all humanity, for real, but how important it is to be neuromelanated or even eumelanated, to have a biological connection to your planet as we go forward. What's really gonna be important, you know? Because as we going forward, trust me, the main thing that you think about of importance of us being in a monetary system, monetary gain, money, currency, right? Oh yeah, that shit ain't gonna matter at all going forward. I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all women that choose a man off of that, y'all know how it's like no finance without, no romance without finance, right? Shit like that. All these sayings of this 3D, you know what I mean? Genocidal and French ways ideology system. That's nothing to do with me, right? All that stuff, like everything's getting turned around. You're gonna see what's really what. You feel me? Y'all gonna see what's really what. Oh, I appreciate that, Sarah Holiday. I appreciate that. Peace, power, abundance to you and your family. This is one thing I want to tell all human beings, you know, because I do have a deep appreciation for human beings that can hear what I'm saying and know that I'm not racist. But I do understand the difference of DNA and how the changes on the planet are affecting DNA right now as I speak, you know. And the reason, not even just the reason me speaking about it, but the reason why I'm on it so hard, because, you know, it didn't have to get like this, and it hurts my heart because I know it's a punishment. You get what I'm saying? Because we're all not one human race, even though that's been said. You get what I'm saying? We're all not all one human race. Everybody don't have radiation running throughout their entire bodies. Everybody isn't of that sun. You know, this is real life, real spill. I'm telling y'all. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna tell y'all this, but this is why this is being revealed, because you got to think about it. The fact that a lot of us are thinking that we're all one human race, it's a stuff that we're capitulating in. We're capitulating in and stuff that we shouldn't be. That's to our own detriment. That other species, other races, other people that's unnatural, they won't admit. You see like 1 out of like 30 of them that admit like the truth about stuff, really take accountability and try to make awareness for changing purposes for the better of all. Even not just their species, very few of them, right? So these are facts that I'm telling y'all. But this is why the sun is separating us right now. There's no denying it right now, you know? And I say this because this is something to be grateful for, you know? But it's like, I like to point out, because I know that's, I feel like that's a human being right there, you know? And rather than you should winner first. You get what I'm saying? It's a serious thing. Enjoy the rest of your day, reflection. You know, like we don't even recognize each other no more. You know, that's how bad it is. And y'all heard that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't hear nothing say. You didn't hear nothing back. It costs nothing to show love, right? But we're so separated and we're so caught up in a docile state of this systematic way of living and going about stuff that we don't even recognize each other no more. Unless it's like a superficial reason, it's transactional, it's involving money. But yesterday, before I'm just gonna be straight up with y'all. Before segregation and stuff, we was doing that though. You get what I'm saying? As soon as we got segregated, we started, that division started. We started having a lack of respect for each other more so. You know, more stuff, everything to keep us away from ourselves and away from nature started happening more so. You get what I'm saying? And everything that I say, y'all, you know, I mean, if you take offense to it, I apologize for that, because I'm really not trying to offend you. That me and my podcast, me speaking on this stuff, is really to bring truth. Not even just for my species, but for all children, because it's a flat out attack on all children. And people are going to work worried more about paying their bills than about all children in general. Maybe because their child is okay. You know what I'm saying? And that's a note to the cosmos. That's why Mother Nature is turning up right now. It's all this destruction on the planet. And more of it's coming to the States also. Like I told y'all, I'm the only one in the DMV area that's talking about genetics, that's been in the hospital. I upset at all the hospitals in Fairfax. I came to them, like, I'm telling y'all, like, type shit, like, not less than even a month ago. Like, I went in there, they had like literally 14 cops all at me, and I was all speaking in the hospital, still speaking my truth about genetics and everything. And what's crazy is I ain't even coming there for that. That's what's just so crazy. I had an ear infection, but I told my piece. It's so crazy. I would have had it all on video too, but my phone died. But right after I put everybody in place and I told everybody what was what and what's taking place and nothing that they can do regardless of everything. Everybody, you should have seen everybody's face in there. If I would have had that on video, y'all, that shit would have went viral. But it's been multiple times that I've been on that type of time though. Because I didn't just start being on this like this year or 6 months ago. I've been on this since 2020. So I'm like on my 5th year now, you know? Everything that I said has came into place. I've been up and down multiple times because of just the depression and mental anguish off of being alienated from my child while still doing this, y'all. You get what I'm saying? While still doing this. I'm not doing this. Of course, yeah, I wish I was famous because I can reach more people. You feel me? I don't want to be famous because of me being arrogant, like, yeah, everybody know me or nothing like that, y'all. Like, I want to be famous so I can reach more people and the truth around the lies that's being told to everybody, us as the masses. That's why I want to be famous. You get what I'm saying? That's why I want to be famous. That's why it's a lot of people I know that know what I'm saying is truth and even don't want to support me. You get what I'm saying? Because of my financial situation, because of other reasons that don't matter, right, or shouldn't matter towards the truth, people will put towards me and use that not to like me or support what I'm saying, even though they know what I'm saying is the truth, you know? I swear to God, y'all. So it's like, when I say like this shit is like when I say that this shit is like it's a separation from people, regardless of genetic makeup, who can see what's going on, and people that's using cognitive dissonance and still running from it until they can't face it. I mean, until they have to face it and they can't run from it no more. That's what we're seeing, y'all. So when I tell y'all, these are the things you can do, right? And I'm telling this y'all from really like the goodness of my heart. First off, I'm gonna say our brothers and sisters that's on the way right now and shit, right? Like, it's crazy how much they have people distracted because off of that, it's I know it's like people on the planet that think that some of our brothers and sisters already aren't here. And it's so crazy, you know? Say, bro. Oh, what's up? What's up? Basketball God. If that's really you in the picture, bro, I hope you're nice and ball. You're a human being. Are you Latino? Regardless, bro, I might have to hoop you up, man. I might have to ball you up, man. I used to play ball. You look young. You look like you like 13, 12 years old. You might have to get this jumper, man. You might got to get this jumper, because I used to play ball, man. But this is what everybody this is what I want everybody to do, right? So you can't change what you are as an organism, right? You can't do that. Nobody can. Whether you're on this side or that side, I can't change my genetics. If for whatever reason, if I was like, man, I'm tired of this organic shit, or I'm tired of being black, now I find out I'm organic and I find out it's even worse than I thought. Man, I don't want to be black no more. Right. And like, if I felt like it wouldn't matter, like, I can't change my genetic makeup. I can't change. You can't change your species, You are what you are. So it's like, this is stuff I'm putting out so y'all can really get what I'm saying. Another thing, I think I was kind of saying in other videos, you can't run from ionized particles, right? That's in the air. So regardless of however your anatomy is changing, due to these solar flares that's hitting the planet, this energy that they can't explain from the backside of the planet. But not talking about it, from entirely, that is how present it is, but even talking about what it's doing, how it affects anatomy and what that means to everybody. Because that would mean they got to tell the truth that we're all not one human race. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to do that, They can't speak about one thing without the other because it's doing different to everybody. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, if they spoke about it, they can't speak about it from what is happening to them and then not talk about it, what it's doing for us for the better, or talk about what it's doing to us without talking about what's being seen today, what it's doing them right now, the residual effects. Like, you know what I mean? They can't talk about it without talking about genetics entirely. Anything that's like, I'm gonna tell y'all, anything that's on that type of time that's gonna lead to anatomy, they shy you away from. You know what I'm saying? Like they would never think about like the core classes in the forced educational system, the forced genocidal educational system, right? That's infringed on everybody forcefully, right? And so-called America with 3 Ks, right? Really think about it for a moment. All of those core classes and stuff, right? Like for instance, science, right? They would never, make sure my phone ain't about to die, y'all. Well, I should be good. They would never teach metaphysics in high school. You know what I mean? They wouldn't want to get into metaphysics or anything of that, because then that's going to get into, you know, some other stuff. You know, same with math. You know, they wouldn't get into supreme mathematics. You know, supreme mathematics, and talk about the certain numbers and how some of the other certain numbers go into each other in a different way from other ones and shit like that, and what that means and how so, and they're not going to get on that. What else? What I say? Science, math, English, right? Us even speaking English, right? Oh, I love how this, because I wouldn't even think about this, but this just popped in my head, but this is so true. Y'all, we used to communicate telepathically. My organic people, we had crystal pyramid towers everywhere, y'all. Like, even there was no clouds. Clouds is fake. Summer's the only natural season of the planet. You know, you see how nature reacts to the cold or winter. You know what I'm saying? You see how the animals act. You know, like, you know, everything from a collective standpoint, nature shows you what's real, what's supposed to be being done, and how stuff should look like going forward, even if you really pay attention to it. But people pay attention to nature for the wrong reasons, and you know, and it's just been so much damage on so much levels, y'all. You know, it's been so much. It'd be so much random shit to be popping up in my head, y'all. I'd be thinking about, like, think about the animals that are in the zoo, right? And a lot of people tend to think that it's okay for an animal to be caged up and locked up as long as they're not being hurt. You're not hurting them, you're feeding them, they're getting a bath. You know, a lot of those animals would live better out in nature just on their lonesome. You get what I'm saying? But they being captured, you know, tranquilized and shit just to be put on display. You know, for anybody, even us, to go. It's just crazier with us because of who we are. We looking at them like that in that state, and thinking from the same mindset of the complex cell organism from a collective standpoint. You know, like, oh, look at the bear, look at the. What you mean that's a bear? Why do you got him in here? Like, what the fuck? We don't need to be locking up animals and having them in cages and stuff for our own personal entertainment. You know, we don't need to be doing that shit. You know, there's so much stuff, regular day stuff that we do every day that's like so harmful to everybody. You know, the ecosystem and all. When are we gonna stop cutting down trees? That's why I don't want to hear shit about recycling. I don't want to hear shit about recycling. They cutting down trees every day, y'all. I heard they recently just planted some new trees and shit, but that's what's up if they did, because why is y'all cutting down trees? Since I be financially struggling and shit, like the buses be trying to leave me and shit. They be trying to do me dirty. I'm telling y'all, everything that I'm on right now, I'm on by choice. Like, even me trying to do this legal shit, not turning these streets. I'm not even saying that I would be back to robbing motherfuckers and shit like that, or running in niggas' houses and shit like that at gunpoint or nothing like that. But I definitely probably would be selling something. You know what I'm saying? I would be on a whole different type of time. But there's certain chances that I can't take, that I know that comes with it if I was to get caught. That's why even this shit that I'm dealing with right now, this other shit, them boys, they know I wasn't trying to do that shit on purpose. Break the law in that way. You know what I'm saying? On some 3D talk of the law being here for you to comply, right? If so, they know I wasn't trying to do that. You know, and I don't respect the law, but I wasn't trying to do that though. You know, I wasn't on that at all. Here go the slave catchers right here as I speak. Ain't that something? Y'all, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Ain't that something? That shit crazy, right? You see how energy work, y'all? I'm telling you. Like, well, we almost home though. I know this nigga trying to leave me and shit. I told y'all he's gonna try to leave me. They do the same thing. As soon as they see me, they try to leave me, y'all. They do the same fucking thing. Y'all see how I called that out? Y'all see how I was talking about the boy's name right there and shit? It'd be like, these motherfuckers just be like popping up around, man. But, see if this nigga waits for me. Wait, I appreciate you waiting for me. Thank you, bro.
I didn't know that you were coming here. I got messed up.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, so what I was saying is like they trying to stop me from going forward and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already know why them slave catchers was right there. You feel me? I'm not gonna say all of that on here, but I already know why they was there. You know? I already know. But that's why I said it's attack on me. Like it's not even like 8 o'clock yet. It's like 9, just turned 8 o'clock. 8:02, like I'm in attack mode every day. But the reason why it don't matter for me, however shit goes with anything, is because the sun is separating us right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about anything just as long as that is happening. You feel me? There's no need for me to crash out. Like, the sun is pulling this monetary system away from me. It's pulling this judicial system away from me. These laws I have to follow. I don't need them to tell me what's right or wrong. I already know what's right or wrong, right? You know? And these people ain't right at all. You know what I'm saying? But they're the people that's creating the laws, so they're forefathers of that genetic makeup. So it's like, they're not about to hold themselves accountable for what they already know what they're doing is wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole deception in their whole, you know what I mean, behavior. So it's like, it's just crazy, y'all. It's crazy, but my son is pulling me away from this whole ideology, all these infringed ways, the whole educational system, right? Your children, you're gonna be able to have full control of your children. You feel me? All control, and they not gonna be able to be like, if you're Latino or you're so-called black or African American, if you're neuromelanated or you're melanated, if you got a biological identification implant, even if you're inorganic, you should be able to control all the growth and fruit development of your child. I'm gonna tell y'all how real I am on all of this shit. I've seen everything as clear as it is. I don't give a fuck if you don't agree with me. You feel me? Like, I see shit clear as it is. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say about me. That's not stopping shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me let you know that. You feel me? For anybody that think talk about me on a song, however so you go about saying your little words, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. And if I see you in person, I'll tell you exactly how I feel the same way on here. I'm the same person in person. Anybody will tell you that. You know what I'm saying? This goes for any celebrity too. Like, for real. You know, I'm not playing. I'm not playing about this shit. This shit is more important to me than money. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Y'all worried about being a good slave. You feel me? Not even knowing what the fuck you living in. You know? Like I was saying before I got on the live and shit, before I got on here, on my other one. I think it was the other one. After the Emancipation, like, Proclamation, right? We started being entertained and educated. That's when we started, like, disrespecting ourselves even more, y'all. You gotta think about that. Before that, we was like traded. We had, I don't care in any way that anyone says it, to try to switch up my words, we had more respect for each other. The more we started interfering with these people, or thinking it was good for them to live with us to live amongst each other, we respected each other more. You hear what I'm saying? Because how something turned into something that was supposed to be us living together in harmony to us just being controlled and being enslaved on a psychological level and all, and separated. You know what I'm saying? It was supposed to be something so-called good, right? You know what I'm saying? Something of love, real love, right? Let me tell you something. There's no love without truth. So bullshit that people be speaking, if there's not truth in it, if there's deception, wickedness in it, genocide in it, you know, faultiness, false fabrications, false narratives, that's not truth, y'all. That's manipulation, right? Because your words aren't matching your actions, right? With anything, even in a relationship, right? So what's really been being done to us? How much times have we really been going circles complaining about the same stuff, the stuff that we deem as regular reality, that's already completely against us, was designed to be completely against us and have us doing exactly what we're doing? How much times do we got to go in circles in a judicial system and really feel like we're getting justice? You know, really try to get justice, or feel like when we so-called get justice, that that's real justice. But we shouldn't even have no association with that at all. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, y'all. Y'all got to see stuff for how it is. Like, y'all be trying, you know, the biggest thing with us is that we got so comfortable and we don't want to admit it. You know, black people hate to show that we've been manipulated. That's one of the worst things with a black person. We don't ever want to feel like nobody took advantage of us. So that's why we don't be wanting to admit stuff. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to look like we stupid. You feel me? But you're not looking stupid though. This was our biggest test. You got to realize that. You know, even to be here right now as the shit is crashing. You know, all the generations that came before us, the sun wasn't separating us. You know, real shit. The sun wasn't separating us, y'all. The radiation wasn't on this level. With the ozone layer being removed since they've been here, unnatural people, y'all. I'm just saying. I'm not causing fear mongering. I'm not being racist. This isn't hate speech. I'm saying all of this stuff because the regular reality, as we live and shit like that, it's literally straight genocide, and it's genocide to your point that we deem it as regular reality, and all the superficial stuff that we can obtain, that they're creating daily, dealing with whatever. You know what I mean? It's just so you don't see it as what it is. Think about it. Just you think about just certain specific items. I'm gonna just throw something simple as cars out there, right? How many different versions of cars are there, right? How many different brands of cars? And then the brand of cars, you got different brand of cars, right? Then you got multiple different cars for that brand, right? How much a new version of that car being made every year? You know what I'm saying? And it's that same concept with everything else: the cell phones, the clothes, the shoes, right? The jewelry, right? They're making new versions of. Well, you ran out of gas?
No, check engine light.
Oh, check engine light? Oh.
Good, come on.
Is it alright if I can get off right here?
Huh?
Is it alright I can get off right here?
There you go. Yeah.
I appreciate it. Yeah, 'cause I was just going over there, going to the mall and shit. I appreciate that. Thank you, bro. Enjoy the rest of your day also.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Yeah. So I'm glad he had good energy. That wasn't one of them that leaves me. I thought it was someone else, but because it's a lot of different drivers, and some of them be leaving me. But I'm saying this to say though, y'all, again, like I was saying, you think about it, you got all of these different things, that like, it's helping you not see stuff really what it is. You know what I mean? Of a punishment. I can't think of that word right now. But like a reward, right? It's like you got all these different rewards for you having for it being money, as being a monetary system. You know what I mean? A lot of people are so